Hello everyone. All right, so how to make your Scratchboard. Now I am just going to turn this small square into a Scratchboard, but you will turn an entire half sheet of paper into a Scratchboard. So this is my sketchbook. So this whole thing is the size of one full sheet of paper. You are going to turn half of it. And I am just doing a small portion just because it's a little quicker for a demo. Now, first you need to decide what colors you need. Let's see. Throw some purple in. Maybe a little yellow. Okay, now you should have a plan of what your final composition is going to be. What are you going to draw? So if you have a certain part of your drawing that you want orange, you need to know where it's going to be on your paper because you need to apply the orange first. You can't add it later. All color goes before the drawing in this process. And when you apply the crayon, you need to make it really thick. So color one direction, color in another one, maybe color in circles, small circles. And you are going to be scratching away the top layer. So think about where your lines are going to be and what colors you want to be revealed as you scratch them away. So if you do half your page one color, then that half of your design, any lines that you scratch or shapes that you scratch into it on that half are going to be only that color. You need to make sure that all of the texture of the paper is covered. You don't want any paper fibers exposed. We are covering all of them in a layer of wax. Remember, crayons are made just by wax and mixed with pigment. So I'm applying a bit of pressure to the crayon. I'm not coloring real soft, but be careful you don't break the crayon. You don't have to press as hard as you can, just press firmly. You can use a white crayon for part of your design if there is any part that you want to be white. You can color that section with the white crayon, but you should also have other colors as well. And if you do choose to do any white, you need to be mindful that you are completely covering the paper because it's white crayon on white paper, so it's hard to see. So it's really just, you're gonna have to be extra thorough that you are covering everything. Make sure your different colors are completely touching. You don't want any exposed paper in between your different color blocks. If you want your lines to change color a lot throughout your drawing, then you need to have smaller sections of color. If you just want it to change a few times, then you can have larger colors. So a lot of it's going to depend on what your design is and just what colors you want to show through. Remember, make sure there are no exposed paper in between your colors where you switched color. You need to get right up to the edge of the other color. Okay, so once you have all of your colors done, go back and check that you don't have any gaps. You shouldn't be able to see any white specks peeking through. Just solid wax. Then you'll take a black crayon and start covering over it with black. All right, cover as much of the color as possible so it's just a smooth layer of black crayon. All right, so now our scratch board is ready. And then you can take a toothpick or something similar. You just need something to scratch away the black. So you can actually just use your pencil. Actually works really well for real thin lines because you can sharpen your pencil and you're just scratching away the black crayon. Anything you can use to scratch away is fine. This is a pen lid, a pen cap. Something like this is nice for if you need to scratch out a large area. And you just scratch out your design. Now I'm just doing a random design here. You should be carving your drawing inspired by the microscopic images. So look at those reference photos you Googled or the example artworks in the assignment slideshow here and to get some ideas. Girls, the post of an earring would work well to scratch away. A bent paper clip would work. And you see how my lines change color based on the color that is underneath them. So that's why it's really important to have a plan, because then you can control where your colors are. That is one method of creating scratchboard art with just crayon.